It's starting.
Good morning, world.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yay, we're all here today.
Are y'all?
Power all restored.
Yeah.
It's always
Great
hard for
show.
me to get up this early. So y'all are blessed with my presence this morning, this early.
We are.
Thank
we are
you.
so blessed. So blessed.
Do we have any announcements, Alia, by any chance?
You have an event coming up this weekend, Dr. Kiltz. Meatstock. Meatstock is happening this weekend. Oh my gosh. And then
Friday,
right
Saturday,
after
Sunday.
that, yeah. And then right after that is the Orlando showing of the event on, oh no, it's in June. It's in June now, isn't it?
We have the cholesterol code next week on the 6th
Oh, it is
of
next
May.
week. Okay. I don't know. I thought it was in June, 6th of May.
It has been
Where?
confirmed. Someone is footing the bill if we don't make the number. Please come if you're near Orlando. And we're still working on who we're going to be able to have there, maybe for some Q&A. Are you going to be around, Dr. Kiltz? Next Wednesday
What's the-
night.
Likely yes, but I don't know where in the world. I will be around, but somewhere in the universe, I don't know where.
And then at the end of the month, we've got the end of May, we've got the Albany meetup, and I'm about to turn off the tickets. I think I have to verify. I think we sold all the tickets out. So you have your last chance to get them this morning before I count the tickets. And then I want to say we've got some awesome coaches in the community who want to help everybody, and you can get a call with them and get help on your journey. So I'm just stating that. There you go. We have a little video for Rachel. Should we show it now? Should we show the video?
What
Sure.
video?
We have a little video we made for you, a little introductory video. Intro
Good
video.
morning, Rachel. You don't have a choice on that one.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
Okay, let's dive into a really powerful story about a 102-pound health transformation. So, how do you lose over 100 pounds with an autoimmune condition? We're about to find out. Her journey began with a pretty major health hurdle, hitting a peak of 260 pounds. Yep, 260 pounds. That was after a pretty sudden and rapid 60-pound gain. But it wasn't just about the weight. She was dealing with a lot more than that. So in late 2021, she decided to make a big change and try the carnivore diet. At first it worked. She lost about 35 pounds, but her other symptoms stuck around. Then a key piece of advice from Dr. Kiltz became a total game changer for her. And get this, just 2 months after upping her fat, things really started to turn around. Check this out. Her headaches actually vanished and her cycles went back to normal. But then she hit that frustrating wall we all know, the weight loss plateau. Yep, her progress completely stalled out at 230 pounds and it stayed there for months. So after doing a lot of research, she decided to add another tool, a GLP-1 medication. And her mindset was key. This wasn't a magic pill, but a tool to support her healthy diet. So here's how it all came together. This combination is what really created the breakthrough. And the result of combining those two powerful tools? A total of 102 pounds gone. Just look at this chart. It shows the incredible drop from where she started to today. You know, this was about so much more than weight. It was about reclaiming her total health. So, what's her simple advice for anyone else who's starting a journey like this? Basically, get to know your body, do your homework, and look at the whole big picture. Her story just goes to show you persistence and the right tools can unlock amazing results. And that's our explainer, created by Kiltz Health Productions.
Nelson and Alia.
Good job. Actually, it's
If you
down to 111, 12 pounds now. Because
If you have any questions, please put them in the chat so we can ask Rachel a bunch of questions. Anything to say, any comments, put them in the chat. And hashtag KMT for a chance to win. Alia?
The
both?
StreamYard, it's not working today. The giveaway thing is not working in StreamYard. It's broken. So you can still do hashtag KMT, and I will see who wins, and it'll be a book. But we're not doing the official giveaway.
All right. Well,
the giveaway is Rachel's story today.
Yeah.
So it's working for me.
Oh, okay. Then you can get it.
Maybe you do it.
If it doesn't work, fine. But there's already 17 entries there.
Okay, good. It wasn't working on my end. It was saying something wrong with the webpage. Good.
So hashtag KMT. All right. Rachel, why don't you start with introducing yourself? Let us know who you are, what you did, and your carnivore story of healing.
Well, I'm Rachel Gard. I live in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, I lived in Memphis pretty much my whole life. I now live in a suburb of Memphis, which is called Collierville, Tennessee. I'm a licensed massage therapist for about 10 years now. And I own my own business. And when I was growing up, we were pretty much healthy for the most part, but we were pretty poor. We didn't get much access to meat. You know, we grew our own garden, ate pretty much out of that every night. And then as I got older, I worked at Chick-fil-A, and I worked there for about 10 and a half years from like the time I was 14. I quit for about a couple of years, and up into my 20s, I kept working there. And that was part of my journey of like eating unhealthy processed foods and just having access to, food all the time. I had lived in Texas for a little bit to get access for free education for being deaf. I don't know if I told you guys that in the introduction, but I have a cochlear implant, and I've had it ever since I was 3. And so I think a part of my journey with, eating, I didn't realize until I was in my 20s, I was emotionally eating too as well with food. And I didn't make that connection until I was in my 20s. And then about 2017, I was working at Lifetime. That's when I really started taking the journey to working out more and trying to be on top of my A game with, eating, 3, consistent meals a day, cooking my food, all those kind of things. And until about 2021, I was trying to figure out why, even if I was eating all the right things, working out, doing all the things, I wasn't, I still wasn't losing weight. I was, I had gotten up to 260 pounds. And about, before COVID had happened, I had gotten down to 200. And I was working out twice a day because I wanted to start the process of doing bodybuilding. And so I was doing 2-a-day workouts, eating 6 small meals a day. And then back in 2021 is when I was just like, I got to do something. And so I started Carnivore. I saw Dr. Barry's stuff online, and I'd seen his, wife and her diagnosis of Hashimoto's. And so I was wondering if that could potentially be me, but I wasn't quite sure. But I didn't really get diagnosed until 2023, 24, when I had really gotten strict with my carnivore journey. Yes, I had started in 2021, but I was kind of like up and down with my eating meat. But I wasn't like very strict with it until 2023. And then when I found GLP-1 in December of 24, it really just kind of kicked off with my actual weight loss. It wasn't just about weight loss for me. I was having all the issues of like the side effects from Hashimoto's, not sleeping, not having my headaches and crazy periods and cycles and all of those things. So it really just has been pretty simple for me. But, needless to say, I'm not quite 100% carnivore like I have been, because the GLP-1 has kind of helped keep my autoimmune issues at bay. And I seldomly have, other foods, but that has not been my goal. Has been to kind of titrate back down and try to, not be so dependent on that now that I'm, close to my goal weight. But it has been quite the journey of being able to eat pretty healthy now, and just being in the community of people that, have other struggles as well, I think has been a major game changer for me. Because my dad is probably the only person in my family that does carnivore, but he doesn't have the need for GLP-1. So.
The story you tell, Rachel, is so important. Is a car a tool to go from point A to point B? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We use, and so is a cochlear implant a tool, right? And so I think GLP-1s are that tool to help many of us to get over the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you'll see a day where there is no GLP-1 need?
That's my goal. That's my goal, is to hopefully not need that.
Well, do you see the day? Do you see it? Meaning, can you already know it in the mindset?
Mm-hmm.
Because ultimately you don't need a car to go from your bedroom to your kitchen to your bathroom.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so we must not need a GLP-1, but it is opening up our eyes to get us to a place where we finally see. And I still think our problem is always going to be related to our environment, right? Because in our environment, it's really difficult to not eat what's in front of us. And that's the nature of all animals. Human beings are opportunistic eaters also.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's not easy. And as Lewis says, it is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we must see it first. Right? We must see it first in order to get to where we want to go. And it's always in that's why these communities are important. And coming on here, I don't think it's easy for you, is it, to share this story?
It wasn't at first, because of the stigma that, people, have with doing GLP-1s, but I was determined to do it the right way. I was not going to be the kind of person that just took it and just kept eating crappy food all the time and just losing weight. I still work out. I still, I do all the right things. Like, if you're going to do GLP-1, you got to do it the right way, because you're going to, you're also going to lose muscle if you don't. I know I've lost a little bit. And so for me, like, I still want to eat, healthy. Like, has never been my, like, oh, hey, I want to eat all the other foods and still utilize it, if that makes sense.
What is your favorite go-to meal?
In the chat, please.
What is your favorite go-to meal?
Tenderloin. I'll just throw it in the air fryer and just eat it. Sometimes I do ribeye, but my body, I think, has gotten to the point where I don't need as much fat anymore. I can utilize just eating a tenderloin and being fine, and having a couple eggs, but I mostly just eat tenderloin. I have no problem.
I had tenderloin last night and oysters and a few fries. And I might have even had a little bit of ice cream.
I think I might be lactose intolerant, because
maybe. So Alia, is Rachel's face in the middle of the numbers?
No.
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 Oh, okay. Some reason I see all the numbers on mine. Maybe that's just mine live and numbers, but
No,
Okay.
her face is in the middle of it. Maybe
Okay,
maybe
good.
your screen's smushed together.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So what's GLP-1 do you use?
Tirzepatide, with a little bit of Retta.
Why with a little bit of what?
Retta.
And why did you choose this formula?
With the research that I had done, it was helping me stay hungry. If I would add just a little bit of Retta in every once in a while, it would help me stay hungry. If it, like, my appetite does not get suppressed if I do just Tirzepatide. So I would add the Retta in. So.
And when you say Retta, you're talking about Retta Truchai.
Yes.
It's the full name of.
Sorry.
Is it our environment, our culture, that ultimately chastises fat and obesity that is the driving force to all of us? Is that our biggest problem? Because is fat on our body or in our mouth the cause of disease?
I would say on our body, but it can also be the food that we eat, though.
Well, is fat on our body or in our mouth the cause of disease? It is not. The cause of disease is a plant protein-centric diet, low animal fat, and the fear of fat. Is obesity biologic or is it pathologic?
Pathologic.
It's biologic.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're not fat in a famine, if you don't have a fat baby in your arms and there's no food for a week, 2 or 3, that baby's dead. If you're not fat in an environment of hard to get food, I mean, basically we're domesticated animals. They put on a plate chicken, fish, turkey, and everything made from plants. And what are those things missing? Fat.
Fat, yeah.
And so we're fat phobic. And I would claim that visceral fat causes no disease. 0. And fat on your butt, belly, and breasts is the best for your fertile life. Because if you had to go out there and hunt and gather for food, and there's no supermarkets, there's no delivery services, there is no Chick-fil-A, how would you get food?
I mean, I guess a garden or the animals that you raise.
No. There's no farms. There's no ranches. There's no fences. There's only wild life and wild plants. Which plant would you go eat?
I have no idea.
There's no wheat. There's no corn. There's no potatoes or tomatoes. What would you eat?
Honestly, I don't know. I would probably try to fish, if anything, the stream or something,
There's no fishing rods.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, ultimately, our real problem is domestication.
Yeah.
And it's hard for all of us. Me too, by the way. I love French fries. I love ice cream. And I love an occasional martini. And I love an occasional old guy Carnivore Mitch cigar. And Dr. Nelson, do you have any favorite occasional plants ever?
occasionally may have kimchi or pickle. Not that frequent, but yeah.
Yeah. You know. What plants or carbohydrates do you occasionally consume, Rachel?
I would say bread every once in a while, but my body does not like it very, very much unless it's like sourdough bread. I'm okay with that. Like I have no issues with that. My sister will make it and I'll be fine with it. But if I have like a Chick-fil-A sandwich or fries.
Why do we like Chick-fil-A?
Because it's addictive.
But why? So is that a negative or is it a positive?
Are you talking about mental or are you talking about physical?
Well, if remember, we are not addicted to these things. Biologically, we seek them out in order to get fat, in order to be fertile. But the problem is these things didn't exist in any significance. Have you ever hunted chickens?
Technically, yes, because we had chickens when I was little.
And did you ever, if there was no fence, would
How
it be
easy was
easy?
it?
Would it be, right, Dr. Nelson?
Not easy.
Not easy. I mean, what chicken is going to let you come and eat their eggs? Right?
Yeah.
And maybe this is part of the issue. I know there's some questions there, Dr. Nelson. So go ahead, grab them whenever you can.
Well, old Mitch Carnivore, Gay Carnivore, has a question because you mentioned GLP-1s. And are you on a high dose or are you micro dosing GLP-1s?
I started with microdosing. I was below the standard dosing when I started, but now I'm at 9 milligrams. I have not had any side effects whatsoever. I really think it really depends on what you're eating and how you're taking care of yourself.
So that's a full dose of retatrutide, and you're taking a full dose. 9 milligrams is a full dose. A maximum dose is 12. So
no, I meant for retatrutide, I'm not doing a full dose. For tirzepatide, I'm doing 9.
So you're not taking 9 milligrams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or are you?
I'm sorry?
I'm confused. Are you taking the retatrutide at 9 milligrams?
No, I'm taking tirzepatide at 9, but Reta.
Oh, okay. The tirzepatide is 9.
Yes, Reta is.
All right. Next question, Alia.
Like 1 point something.
Peter would like to know, are you concerned with bone and muscle loss in conjunction with taking a GLP-1?
Not as much because I still am working out. I still am eating meat. So most people don't work out that do GLP-1. I'm not saying the majority of them, I'm just saying most people don't.
What's your workout routine?
I do. I right now try to work out twice a week for the most part, do upper body and lower body. And I try to focus on more repetition than going too heavy. And then just I slowly increase the weight as I work out if I work out more than 2 times a week.
You were going to say something, Dr. Kiltz?
Oh, I was going to say something about Dr. Nelson and Dr. Kiltz's avatar. And are we out there fighting the fight? Because this is a very difficult concept and idea that we're all here. Rachel's here, Ollie's here, and everyone here in this. There's sort of like we have our avatars that are fighting this fight, but it's not easy. This fight. But what are we fighting, Rachel? I mean, what would you say your goal that you're fighting to get to? And I would say it's all of us, by the way. And I'm just grateful to you for sharing your journey.
Well, I think for me, Now it's to stay strong and maintain my strength, especially as a massage therapist. I'm kind of already working out all day, every day, working on people. So aside from working out, I'm utilizing my body, working out. And well, my goal would be to stay strong and to keep eating healthy.
It
Because,
is not easy
growing up,
what you do, definitely.
I'm sorry.
It is not easy what you do, definitely. Trying to work on people for several hours a day, even if you have a break in between patients or whatever.
Oh, I do. I love it though. It doesn't feel like a job. I love it.
We got one more question. Let's see. Oh, Karen, what is your advice to someone that is taking GLP-1 to lose weight, but not changing the type of food they're eating? Has lost weight, but now afraid to stop for fear of gaining.
I would say change your mindset about the food that you're eating and try to eat a little bit more protein and gradually, change your mindset of how the food that you're eating. You got to get out of that fear mindset, because the more fear that you have, the worse it's going to get, I think. Because if you just quit, you're going to gain all that weight back. You got to do it slowly. You can't it's just like any kind of medication. You can't just quit, just like neurological medication. You have to, slowly titrate down.
Is it better to be fat or skinny in a famine?
That.
Is getting fat pathologic or biologic? Is it likely our evolution has been living through famines, and so the human biology says get fat or you're fertilized or fast?
Mm-hmm.
We've made obesity pathologic when in actuality it's biologic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so what if we honored our fat, we thought differently of our fat and our bodies, and with that we had more joy to our bodies, and with our joy we feel better, and then we can go day by day by day without even eating, because we're so stressed. Our stress biology says famine, pestilence, disease, war, get fat, survive.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wonder whether obesity is actually biologic and not pathologic.
I think it also depends on your environment too, and how you're raised. Because I think part of my issue growing up was just emotional connection to food and not realizing that I was using that as a stress relief, especially with me being hearing impaired and my personality. I tend to just take everything in and just, and I think that's also why in the profession that I'm in, it's very easy for me to just to, want to help other people. And so connecting to food and using that as a comfort growing up, that was just, and not knowing how to, talk to people about the stress I had, because I didn't know what that was. If that makes sense.
Why do we get so stressed in life?
Because we don't know how to utilize it.
Well, I always ask the question, what's the most important part of biology?
Gosh, our spiritual aspect of our life and how we, train our mind to utilize the things
Alia,
around us.
what's the most important thing in your life?
My kids making babies.
Dr. Nelson, what's the most important part of your life?
Definitely my family. Another
making
grandkid coming
babies.
in 2 months.
It's just about making babies. That's all we're here for. And is skinny or fat better for baby making?
Having extra weight.
Big time. Big time. What if obesity is not the cause of disease? What if the food you eat is the single cause of the problem? Because we eat plants and lean meat, and we shy away from fat because we're fat phobic. Is our problem fat phobia? And the world is making money on fat phobia.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Big time, right? Because if you're not afraid of it, it can't hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And in general, what do babies use for energy?
Fat.
What do you and I use for energy?
Protein.
Fat. Nope, we don't use protein. We use fat. Protein.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever heard of protein poisoning?
No, I actually haven't.
Nobody. Protein and sugar poisoning, but you'll never hear anything about fat poisoning.
Mm-mm.
If you eat fat, you're fit. And I think in general, women move their fat from their belly to their butts and their breasts. Why?
Stress.
Because it's biologically reproductive.
Oh, okay.
Do men seek out skinny or curvy?
Curvy.
Curvy. But we're manipulated by modern advertisement, right? And ultimately we have become biologically brainwashed to be skinny.
Mm-hmm.
But does fat and obesity in and of itself cause disease? Not one bit. Nope. Are GLP-1s in general healthy for humans? Are there any pathologic side effects of these drugs?
Yes.
I'm not chastising. I mean, we drive cars, fly planes, skateboard, skating, and do a lot of dangerous things that you wonder, what are we doing, right? Even living with another human being. Nellie could be very dangerous to live with. Dr. Nelson has took big risk in doing this, but he knows the risk is worth the reward. His children and grandchildren. That's all that matters, right? It's crazy stuff, and I'm kind of just going on because are there any other questions, Dr. Nelson, Alia?
No, not yet. No other questions yet. Brian Biscuit says, I got married. This one's funny. I got married. I live on the edge.
We live on the edge. Marriage is very stressful.
Well, I know when I was growing up, I was very big boned and, thicker, but I was not overweight until I got into high school. I definitely experienced being bulimic when I was in sophomore because it was a fad. It wasn't because I had body dysmorphia. It was because what everybody else around me was doing, and I couldn't handle the headaches that came from it. And so I stopped after 9 months. Bulimia. When I experienced being bulimic when I was in high school for like 9 months because everybody else was doing it. I wanted to try it just to see,
Oh wow.
I had no body issues then. It was just because everybody else was doing it.
Right. We follow stupidity all the time. I mean, why would anyone get on a skateboard or why would anyone get in an object that they fly in the air? Like, do those things or a spaceship to go out to the moon? Does that make any biologic sense?
No.
Well, here's where it makes stupid biologic sense. If you survive, someone's going to think you're really great. You might reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
We're basically showing up.
Well, I
Dr.
know when I joined your group, I think it was like almost 3 years ago. And, when I asked you like how could I, change my headaches, and you told me to up my fat intake, I was like, "Psh, okay." And because I was like, I don't know if I can eat the fat, because I was just like, I'm eating butter. And then you're like, no, try eating the fatty meat on ribeyes. And I was like, that's kind of gross, because I just wasn't used to eating the fat on meat. And because I always just was, most people would cut it off. And so when I started eating that, that's what really changed the game, because, my cycles used to be really painful. I used to have migraines the whole time. So,
Rachel, you're very courageous, number one, to tell your story, because there is a lot of dogma in the carnivore community. I mean, if you are carnivore, you have to be this way and this other way. And if you ever have even, coffee, they'll ask for your carnivore card. So what have you gotten from maybe people in the community as far as, oh, she's using a GLP-1?
I was scared at first, telling people, but then, I was like, my story is going to be different than somebody else. I'm not going to be like the statistic of people that just take GLP-1, because I didn't want to fear retaliation from people. I was just like, I don't want that to affect me. I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. If it doesn't work, yes, it is.
Are we biologically different?
In what way?
Well, is an earthworm, each one of them uniquely different?
Yeah. You talking about as humans?
Right. So are earthworms, bees, ants, pigs, and cows all uniquely different?
I think so.
Well, is it probable that we're all uniquely the same and our biology is the same, but we create all these unique individual stories as if we're different, but in fact we're not?
I mean, we all need protein, but every species is different in where they get their protein.
Well, do we need protein or fat? Which would you say is more important?
Fat would be more in survival.
Well, if you had no fat on your body right now, how long would you survive? Ever seen a severe anorexic with no fat on their body? They're not running marathons, are they?
No.
They're not.
They wouldn't last very long.
Right. So is it better to be fat or skinny in a famine? Fat. And so again, we have our food is manufactured and delivered to us in a bag, a box, or other device. But ultimately, does any other animal in our ancient environment have delivery of food via Amazon?
I mean, not for me, but
No, but many, right. So, I mean, if we go back 10,000 years ago or 2,000, or the majority of the world, ultimately, we've been masterfully manipulated by the masters of the message. And we're confused by the biology of our bodies. And ultimately, we're hungry for food and reproductive opportunities. Those are the only things that matter. And a plant-centric, protein-centric diet, a low-fat diet, is good for our biology or bad for our biology?
Bad.
Bad. And so, we all use drugs, all of us, right? I don't know how many people here never touch a modern drug or never drive a car or ride a bike, right? Which are all modern inventions, right? How many people die in cars and bikes every day?
A lot.
Lots. And can I ask you a little bit about how you utilize spirituality or faith in your life? Is that something that you utilize in your life journey?
Well, I'm an Orthodox. Well, I'm not officially an Orthodox Christian yet, but I was Protestant my whole life, and I have just started going to an Orthodox church this last year, and that has been a really major game changer in this last year because it's really changed my mindset around my prayer life and just how I utilize prayer and keeping myself calm and not as reactive to the things around me. And if that's what you're asking, yeah.
Yeah, is the mind more ultimately the mind and working to control the mindset is the real master direction. But it's not easy. This, even being on the keto carnivore faith and fasting journey, is hard.
It's always been hard for me to force a fast, but if I am satiated with fasting, like if I am satiated with fat, I can actually fast up to 48 hours. If I've had like really heavy fatty meats, I'm fine with that. But I can't force myself to do a fast because I'll start getting
you don't have a regular schedule for fasting, but if you don't feel hungry, you'll forego eating if you have to.
I've tried, I can do sardine fasting. I've done like 24-hour water fasts, but I've never been able to do longer than that because I'll start getting headaches. I've just never done well with headaches ever since I was little. I'm just not functional when I have them.
I mean, was there truly purposeful fasting in our truly ancient environment, or were we always seeking fasting and reproduction? Food and reproduction.
I think it was just like due to environment.
Right. We're always on the search for food and reproduction because that's all that matters.
All right, let's do the next.
Do we have any other
question.
comments? Yeah, go right at it.
Yes.
Dr. Nelson is asking, what's the biggest non-skill victory you've experienced since dropping those 100 pounds?
I would say probably being a smaller size is one, but it's not the biggest one. It's how good I feel about myself. When I'm around other people, I'm not as self-conscious about the clothes I'm wearing, that kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Is it better to be skinny or fat in a famine?
Fat.
Is getting fat biologic or pathologic?
Biologic.
Do men want butts or skinny women?
They want butt.
Why? It's reproductive. It's survival. It's biologic. Skinny, look at a skinny society, right? It's not reproduction.
Yes, I'll be there.
I may not go.
No?
This
Are you
weekend?
changing your minds?
Or hack your health?
Dr. Kiltz, you're at the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Is he joking?
Oh, I am
joking. Yeah, you're at the scheduled ribbon cutting ceremony. He's joking.
I'm excited because it's only 6 hours away from me. So
Nice.
I got to figure out how to get there.
Rick says don't seem like you're skinny people. And I'm like, Rick's not skinny.
We love Rick, but ultimately we were not fat. We were not fat. I mean, I think the finding of food is not easy in our ancient environment, right? If we had to go out there and hunt and gather every day, is not easy. There are fences and there are borders that didn't exist for the first 3.5 million years. There was tribal lands, but there was no fence. They were only warriors, right?
well, the fact that we have access to food 24/7, 365 doesn't help our body. Our body doesn't know how to process.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Does your body seek to be fat or seek to be skinny? Fat. Because what's the fuel for the body always?
Fat.
Do we burn glucose as an energy in the mitochondria, Dr. Nelson?
In the mitochondria, no.
What do we burn in the mitochondria? Acetyl-CoA. Where does acetyl-CoA come rapidly? Fat. It doesn't come from sugar. It doesn't come from protein, amino acids. Those need to be converted to fat in the liver. Is getting a fatty liver biologic or pathologic? Biologic. I mean, do we eat a high fat diet in general in this world, Dr. Nelson? Maybe Rachel, I'll let you. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I thought you were asking Dr. Nelson.
Your question?
I don't think most people eat a fatty diet. They eat, carb heavy or, a protein, plant protein heavy diet.
Plant lean meat. Would that be the right lean meat versus? I mean, is the king's meal going to be the fat ribeye or going to be the tenderloin?
I would say ribeye, but I typically do better with tenderloin. Just, the longer I've been carnivore, I don't need as much fat as often because I get nauseated from it if I have too much of it.
Do you think women see curvature frames or stick frames?
Seek it is.
What do they want? I mean, do women want skinny, no butt, or do they want a butt, breasts, and a body that is attractive to the opposite sex in general?
I would say attractive body.
Yeah, and so is a skinny woman with no butt, no breasts, and no fat biologically attractive reproductively?
Yes. No, not skinny. No.
Right. So, I mean, the real move is to move fat from your belly to your butt and your breasts. I mean, that's our expensive biology, right? To move fat from one spot on our bodies to another, which is kind of crazy. Are there any other comments or questions out there for Rachel? Rachel, we're really grateful to you for coming on and sharing this very truthful story that is really, there are a lot of people taking GLP-1s in the carnivore world, and that's normal and biologic.
No, but I will say this, like, if you're gonna do GLP-1, you've got to do your research and do it right. Have a doctor help you out. Don't just go and take it. Don't just, try to take it on your own and try to figure it out. Get help if you want to try that out. But I would say if you don't need it, don't do it, but if you're struggling, if you have autoimmune issues, that's one of the main reasons why I was doing it, to help with my autoimmune issues. And
Is your Hashimoto's better?
because when I had started Carnivore and I stalled out, and I was working out, I was doing all the things. And I was like, I might as well just try and see if it works.
Have you had improvements in your
I just haven't had side
Hashimoto's?
effects.
Have you had improvement in your Hashimoto's?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Have you had improvements in your Hashimoto's disease?
I'm not hearing Dr. Nelson on here.
Okay.
Do you have any improvement
Improvement from?
in your autoimmune
Hashimoto's.
Yeah. I'm not having as many side effects, if that's what you're saying, from my Hashimoto's, other than being tired.
You know what I do when I'm tired?
Sleep.
Take a nap. I take
Yeah.
more naps than anyone you know.
Oh, hey,
Like a lion's. Go ahead.
my office is like a minute or two right around the corner now. So like I don't drive 35 minutes like I used to every day back and forth. Now I live so close to my office, I could walk there, which I plan on doing, this summer. So
I do. I have a couch in every one of my offices, but I could also sleep in a chair. Yeah.
Dr. Nelson, can you pop up the StreamYard giveaway?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know
So
why I can't.
Rachel, what's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal is tenderloin. And then sometimes when I eat breakfast in the morning, I don't always eat breakfast because sometimes my body just doesn't do well having, food in my stomach right before I'm about to go and work. So I'll do eggs. So I'll do the pluck seasoning and the salt, because I like that crunchy, flaky salt. It's just good. I used to be somebody that just liked to pile on all the seasonings because I didn't like the way meat tasted, without seasoning, because I'd be like, oh, this is gross. But now I eat mostly just salt and meat. So, yeah.
Fatty meat, salt, and water.
Yes.
It's the best thing to eat. You got to eat fatty meat, salt, and water because the fat doesn't require the liver, but cooked fat is not good for us. Rendered fat is not good for us. Rare to raw fatty meat is the healthiest thing to eat. It suppresses the microbes in the gut. It suppresses the inflammation throughout the body. And I think that's one of our biggest problems in the keto carnivore worlds. It's my 2 cents.
I will say I do struggle with getting my water in now, but I have like a 40-ounce drink that I try to fill up twice a day. But water has always been really hard for me to drink if I don't have electrolytes in it.
Yeah. So what's any particular electrolytes you use?
Salter or keto chow. I do the chocolate keto chow, Coco Loco electrolytes, and then I do the coffee electrolytes, which is why I have Scott's Salter electrolytes. Those are my favorite ones. Yep.
Nice. Dr. Nelson, can you do the giveaway real quick?
It's
I
there.
can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't press the button though.
Nope.
Oh, I got something for us while this is going.
Lydia.
Yay!
Email Alia at drkiltz.com.
That's right.
And
You'll
congratulations.
Here's the last question. Lizzie World
I do drink coffee.
007.
I usually drink black coffee, and then I just do the salter coffee with water. I don't add the salter coffee to coffee. I just drink it with hot water and just I mix
What is
it.
salter coffee? Coffee flavored electrolytes?
I can hear you.
Oh, is that coffee flavored electrolytes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Salter has one of their sticks is with caffeine, basically, a coffee flavor.
Yum. Nice.
Dr. Kiltz, I think I only hear you, but I don't hear them too.
Oh,
So weird.
oh, yeah.
So weird.
Well, I'm yeah. It's just about time to sign off. That's our.
Okay.
That's it. It's sort of saying it's time, and it's time. But no, Rachel, this is really great, and you sharing your story is really strengthening for all of us. And there are lots of different ways to do this journey. And would you say that your faith has empowered you over even carnivore in some ways that's much more powerful?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think
I know that for me,
my faith and my eating good is what really kind of keeps me on the straight and narrow, and not, eating unhealthy food when I'm stressed out.
so you're going to be at Meat Stock
Mm-hmm.
and Hack Your Health, hopefully this
Yes.
year. Good,
Mhm.
awesome. We really appreciate you sharing this, because the truth is that, I mean, ultimately there's still a drive that is so powerful to improve our health and wellness, mentally, physically, spiritually, and help build a better environment for our children's children,
Mm-hmm.
which is
I think it's just also really important to surround yourself with people who also struggle with the same thing, but they're also trying to, improve their life and eat better and have a better mindset, and not just, blame all the environmental things around them. So,
and that's why we invite everyone to show up here. But we go to so many of the meetings around the world, and we're so grateful to everyone being part of that. And Dr. Nelson and Alia, I'm grateful to them. They're really helping build the foundation through our coaching courses. But a lot of the great videos that Dr. Nelson is graciously putting together to share the message. Ultimately, what is the most important thing for all of us? It's family. And I would say this is all part of family. We're a tribe, right? We're a community, and helping all of us. I guess to have the right people around you to flourish in life. And sometimes once you build the understanding of that, we're all here to inspire each other to live a better life. And sometimes you got to do some hard things.
Mm-hmm.
And being a carnivore and doing what you're doing isn't easy, is it?
Yeah, I think hard things also help you grow in life.
Well, we're going to be signing off here in a moment, and we appreciate you, Rachel Gard, for sharing your story, and we'll put a link to what you're doing and sharing in the world. Dr. Nelson, thank you. Alia, thank you. And to everyone here, appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. But come to these events around the world. God bless.